For real? No toilet paper. For real. This is damn hand sanitizer. Stuff is... Damn it. No towel. Really. What up, peeps? This is J to E to RROLD, and right now I'm supposed to be coloring a picture in Photoshop for a client, and I have zero desire to do that. It's so bad that I'm about to hire somebody to do what I was hired for, just to get the damn thing done. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about doing that stand-up comedy, because you love doing stand-up comedy, don't you? You do, don't you? You want to be good at it. You want to be great at it. You want to be a money maker at it. You want to be the funniest person in America. You want to tell your parents, I told you I could do it. You want to tell your mate, I told you I can do it. You want to make your kids proud. You want to show off for your friends. You want to be the envy of everybody. You want to do all that stuff. But first, before you do any of that, you gotta learn the basics, baby. You gotta learn the basics. You gotta know how to start this thing we call comedy, because it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing from beginning to end. You gotta learn the art of writing a joke. You got to learn how to read crowds and make sure, you know, this is going to work for this person, that's going to work for that person. In my travels, I found that having a nice, clean set also helps too. If you decide that I'm not a clean comedian, I'm going to be blue. I'm going to say what the hell I need to say. I'm going to say... That's what you decided to say? Well, you know, hey, do you. And we're in a market where you can do anything you want to do. You can be in front of any crowd you want to be. It's not locked in like it was back in the days where you had a few big people that you had to go through to get to the next level. Now you can go to the next level on your own. But I will say, on your journey to being this super funny stand-up comedian, it's nice to be able to be booked in a lot of places. You know what I mean? Like before TV and the money and the limousines and the nasty women that do all the nasty things that you want them to do, it's just going to be you hustling and grinding every day. Well, this is what I do. I talk to the new jacks. If you're making money and you're traveling all over the world, there's nothing I can tell you. You got it. But if you're just starting out, you brand new, or you just got a couple years in and it's still not quite gelling, you know, let's talk. Let's see if we can figure out what we can do to make you better. And like I said, right now, we're going to talk about some of the very basics of this thing we call comedy. First, let me get on up here and give me some coffee. All right? All right. We got a coffee. Damn it! All right. Now, we got our coffee. Big up to Thomas Edison right there. Thomas Edison is the school I graduated from. It was online, but it don't matter. I still got the degree. I had to learn something. Can't get no job with it. Got loans up to his ass to pay back. But I got that piece of paper that says that I graduated. Anyway, it's just a basic video just to give you a few things of what to expect when you want to be stand-up comedian. Got to learn to write. You think you know how to write, but you don't know how to write. Look, when I first got into comedy, when I first started doing it, the first thing I did was emulate all my heroes. I stole all their material, I stole their mannerisms, and that was it. Everybody used to tell me when I was on stage, you sound just like Richard Pryor, you sound just like Bill Cosby, and I did. Because those were my comedic heroes. I emulated every piece of them, every little bit, every nuance they had. I matched that on stage. And it was like when I got on stage and I was learning my craft, it wasn't me failing when I was learning it. It was Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor failing. So, so learning how to do comedy for me was about taking from the masters, watching how they did it, and applying that to my style. Eventually, you get your voice. You know, that's the key. Some of y'all have heard that before, is finding your voice. And finding your voice is when you finally hit the stage and you're not Bill Cosby and you're not Richard Pryor or Seinfeld or any other comedian that you love. You are you. You are you. And it feels completely different to be on stage and be yourself. You know what I mean? To be yourself on stage is the dopest thing ever, because not only does your comfort level increase, but your style of writing changes and gets even easier. So that's the thing you want to do, is kind of find yourself on stage. What makes you the happiest? What makes you the most comfortable up there and still achieves the goal? That's what you want to do. Get comfortable up there. The one way I tell people to get comfortable on stage is to, after you've gotten 10 or 15 minutes worth of material, take 5 to 10 shows, your next 5 shows or your next 5 to 10 shows, and go on stage with no material at all and see if you can engage the crowd, if you can be witty, if you can be intelligent, if you can be hilarious in that setting. At first it'll suck. The first few will suck. You eat a little ass, and then you get off stage. Whoop-de-doo. But look, you're trying to become the dopest comic. And the dopest comedians have been through all the mess, been through the trenches, and learned their craft backwards and forwards. And for me, learning how to freestyle, learning how to go up on stage and not depend solely on my material and be able to adapt to whatever changes come in the room, has made me a fuller comedian. And I think it'll be the same for you. Not for every comic. There's some comics that are just straight material comics, and that's all they're going to be. And that's fine. But there's also another style of comedy that's more along the lines of what I do, is when I do silly and slapstick and straight stand-up and a little observational comedy. I want to be able to be completely free. And if something in that audience happens that I need to talk about, that is crazy, if I let that go, I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to add that into the whole set that I'm putting together. My nose all clogged up. I'm down in the basement. Record your sets. Record them. Record every set. Audio, video. Record the crowd. These are things I used to do, is record the crowd. I want to see how they're reacting to the jokes and where the lulls are and what I can do to make that little piece of joke better. Record myself and see what I need to change. Am I doing some weird thing that I need to stop doing? I used to do this thing where I used to hold my side all the time. Everybody used to know me for holding my side. I had to get rid of that. I didn't want to hold my side, so I had to untrain myself with that. Audio, it's the same thing. You just want to know how your jokes are working, how you're delivering them. Are you hitting the punches right? Are you taking the delays you need to take? Are you taking too long of a delay? Are you going too fast? Are you not clear enough? You need to find all these things out. That's what's going to make you a superstar, is getting all those kinks out. Whatever you do in life, you want to be the best possible person doing that ever. Work often. Work a lot. Get booked a lot. How do I get booked a lot? Get booked a lot. Find out where the open mics are. There's websites out there that you can find out where all the mics are. If you're in the New York, New Jersey area, there's a site called badsalava.com. I don't know how relevant it is now, and I used that site years ago. I'll put it in the comment section. You might be able to go on that site and find. I think they actually go all over the country too. So it's not just New York, New Jersey. I think it's the whole country. And find out where these open mics are. Find out who's doing shows. Facebook, every comic, every booker is telling you about the next show. Just go find out where the shows are. And if you're not booked on them, go to the show, meet somebody, and get booked on the next one. Talk to the bookers. Yo, can I have 5 minutes? You'd be surprised. A lot of bookers, a lot of clubs, go ahead, take 5 minutes. Cool. We're short a comic anyway. Go. You go up there and do your thing. They like you, they book you again. That's how you move in this game. Keep your social media moving. Is your social media moving? Do people know who you are? Have they seen how funny you are? Do they know where you're booked next? You got to do all that. Comedy is a business. It's not just for fun. If you want to actually do something, it's a business. You got to treat it like a business. If you went out and opened a store, what do you got to do to open the store? You got to get the store. You got to get all the paperwork. You got to learn how to run a store. You get the store. Then after you get the store, you have to market and promote the store so everybody knows you have a store. And then when they come into your store, you have to be on point with your pricing, with all your deals. You need to know how to talk to people, and boom, you got a successful store. Same thing in comedy. Learn your craft, learn how to move around, make money, meet people, move up to the next level. That's it. I mean, of course, I'm making it sound easier than it is. You know, I'm still a working comic, and there's still goals I want to achieve. You know what I mean? And last but not least, last thing is tagging your jokes. Tagging your jokes is a wonderful thing. When you write a great joke and you put the joke out and it's funny and people love it, don't mean that the joke is done. Doesn't mean that the joke has to be done. Go add some more pieces onto that. And as time goes on and you learn to write better and better and better, because that's usually what happens over time, if you really take this seriously and you get better at it, is not only the jokes that you had as winners, you have all these new jokes that are even better. You can go back and add a little more to these and make these better because you thought these were great then. They were great then. You listen to them compared to what you're doing now, and you go, yeah, it was good, but I can make it better. So learn to tag your jokes. Tagging means that you just add little bits more. Like if the joke is funny, here's some more fire on it. Here's some more, here's some more, here's some more, here's some more. And just make that joke even better. Okay? So that's it. That's it. This is just a little basic thing to give you some steps on how to do this thing we call comedy. Write, recite, and write some more, baby. Write all the time. Write day and night. Record those sets. Find your voice. Tag those jokes up. Go out and meet people. Network. Meet bookers, meet other comics. I know people say, I don't want to be up all night with these people. You don't have to be up all night with them. Meet them, give them a card, get the information, get them on social media, chat them up, figure out what the next show is, and keep it moving. All right? That's it. I'm here to help you. I'm the J, the E, the RROLD, JerroldB.com. That's my website. You can check me out there too. I have plenty of content there. And of course, I want you to like. If you like this video, like it. Leave me a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you want to know, what I could put together about something specific possibly that you want to learn about. All right? All right? And I'll do that. If I know it, I will do it. Okay? And also, I want you to subscribe to this channel because I want to keep this moving. I want to hit y'all with all kinds of stuff, with, you know, how-tos and funny content, sketch comedy, and all kinds of mess. So, you know, that's it. And then hit the little bell up there. Hit the little bell so you get notifications when I put up something new. Alright? 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 That's it. I'm out.